Welcome back. My name is Elizabeth, and today we're going to listen to a story and then do an art project that goes along with it. So we're going to read The Dot today by Peter H. Reynolds. And after the story, the materials you're going to need are paper. You can use regular printer paper. You can use watercolor paper if you're going to use watercolors. You're going to need some type of paint or markers, crayons, colored pencils, whichever medium your child prefers or you have at home. I'm going to use watercolors because it's one of my favorites. If you do use paint, you're going to need paintbrushes, water cups, possibly a paper towel to clean up after. But like I said, you can do this with markers, crayons, colored pencils, whichever you prefer. Today we're going to read The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. Art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. "Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm," she said. "Very funny," Vashti said. "I just can't draw." Her teacher smiled. "Just make a mark and see where it takes you." Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good, strong jab. There. Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper toward Vashti quietly and said, "Now, sign it." Vashti thought for a moment. "Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name." The next week, Vashti walked into art class, and she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. It was the little dot she had drawn, her dot, all framed in swirly gold. "Humph, I can make a better dot than that." She opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and set to work. Vashti painted and painted. A yellow dot, a green dot, a red dot, a blue dot. The blue mixed with red. She discovered she could make a purple dot. Vashti kept experimenting. Lots of little dots in many colors. If I can make little dots, I can make big dots too. Vashti splashed her colors with a bigger brush on bigger paper. To make bigger dots, Vashti made a dot by not painting a dot. At the school art show a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots made quite a splash. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. "You're a really great artist. I wish I could draw," he said. "I bet you can," said Vashti. "Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler." Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. "Show me." The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the boy's squiggle, and then she said, "Please sign it." All right, thank you for joining me for this story. Now I'm going to show you how you can do an art project along with this. So this is a really great project for kids of a variety of levels and abilities. You can do this with siblings, multi-age, and it's a great way to build confidence for art. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start making my dot. And you can allow your kids to think really creatively about how they want to do their dots. In the end of the book, there's a page with the gallery, and it shows Vashti's wall of different types of dots. So if they need examples, they can look at these and see what they want to do. I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to start with the big one. So I'm going, like I said, watercolors is my favorite. The colors mix really well together, but you are free to use other mediums. And you can have your child really think about what they want. Do they want to make textures in their dots? Do they want to use just a single color? Do they want to see how colors mix together? Maybe they want to make a picture from their dots. However they like to do it, they may. They can make one big dot, they can make lots of little dots, or like Vashti did at one point, she made a dot without a dot, so she made around the outside and made a white dot in the middle. So you can really allow your children to do this however they please. You can leave white spaces in the dot. You can make dots inside the dot. So I really like this activity because it really allows children to express themselves creatively and not worry so much about mistakes or if it's perfect, because the dots don't have any expectations. I'm going to continue adding more, but here's another example of one that I did with some smaller dots, but I'm going to continue to fill this page, and I'm going to let this one sit and dry because I really like how the colors are blending together. I hope you enjoy the process of making this art with your children and the story. Thank you for joining me.